time. Donna is the first interviewee on this fun YouTube series that is just going to be us talking about all kinds of like fun, juicy topics. It's going to be great. It's going to be all over the place, and I'm obsessed with it. And Donna and I have known each other.
2018.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like doing the math in my head, which feels like just yesterday, but I'm like, it's like 7 years.
Yeah, we're getting
It's
old.
insane. I know. I'm like, I don't even want to think about 7 years. But
Our
Donna,
lives have
I know,
drastically changed in those 7 years. All
it's
the things that we've
wild.
gone
I
through,
know.
like,
We got to talk about some of that fun stuff too.
yeah,
But
crazy.
Donna, take us back to your so even like kind of like your business origin story, because of course it's all going to talk about all the fun profesh stuff. But like, what's like your business origin story if you could like summarize it?
So I started working at age 14. I was a hustler. I wanted money.
Yeah.
At 17, I got into the construction industry because I graduated high school the middle of my junior year and went right to community college and then started construction estimating. Project management came later. So I was just a bad at like I just learned and I did really well in that field. I was a bitch though. I was like, you have to be in that field of men, and I was young and blonde, and they were like, didn't take me seriously. So I had to like just show them what was up. And men in the construction are not good at paperwork, and paperwork is everything. And I was really good at that. So I could like bury them in it. And then, so when my second son was born, I went back to work after 8 weeks and I was juggling, the daycare drop off, going to work, pick up, all the things. My husband was a coach for soccer, so he was gone in the evenings. And then we bought a 7-Eleven, went partnership in with the 7-Eleven. And then just he ended up going corporate right around the same time that James got diagnosed or was in the hospital a couple times, super sick, ICU, intubated. We didn't have a diagnosis for him yet, but every at daycare he'd get a cold and we'd end up in the hospital. Like it was just, and it
Man.
was terrifying. So I looked at him, I was like, I can't go back to work. We have to quit. I mean, life just, and I was the worker bee. I was the one that was so terrified of never having money because I grew up with a really bad money mindset. My parents were always broke, having troubles, losing homes, that was my one thing I could hold on to and control. And when I had to quit because you're looking at your son in a hospital bed, like there's no options. And so I kind of lost my identity. I really kind of floundered for a little bit. But when I look back, I'm like, I really didn't stop for long because I jumped into Origami Owl. I don't even remember this stupid freaking, but it was
I
like, I'm
had
going to
one.
tell my story of James and the jewelry. And I did really good because people wanted to support me. They saw what I was going through, but it was like the house parties, like throw me a party. And then I tell my story, hit the heartstrings, and they were buying. But then once you get through the people, how many freaking necklace lockets does a person need? And so and they were making all their money from me having things for my show. Like it was just like you spent so much money for those house shows. It was ridiculous. So then I found I had gained a lot of weight just and I was floundering. I was going to alcohol and food, and I found Beachbody, dug into Beachbody in 2015, and I lost 70 pounds. I had a team. I made it to 1 star diamond.
That
I was
was
having a
honestly
blast.
like around the prime of Beachbody. Like it really was. I mean, even a little bit earlier could still be considered the prime, but
His
like,
21 Day Fix came in 2014, so it was one
yeah,
year old. Everything was
yeah,
really, it was still DVDs, and then it was right at the cusp of like going digital, and that was a whole new thing
yes.
that everyone freaked out about, and it was crazy. But it was a lot of work. But I liked it. Like I strive, I do best when I have goals that I set for myself and I'm reaching those goals. Like I'm a person that likes to be moving forward. And I've learned this about me, whether it is learning how to make sourdough, make my own soap, like all the things, have a
Right.
business. I've never been, you have to be willing to fail and take action through fear. And I think that's something that I've honed in on over the years of business, and having that self-belief in myself has grown because of doing that so many times. And so you get that confidence in yourself that you're like, why not me? I can freaking do it. Look at this person doing it. I'm going to do it too. So then we moved and I came here to this property and I really dove into all my homesteading stuff. I was really losing a lot of my passion in Beachbody. It just
Yeah,
wasn't
I
the
was
same.
gonna say, like, what was the thing that made you really like m get disenchanted by it? Because I
I
feel like
really got
everyone
to
has
because
their
I
point.
worked so damn hard to make it to 1 star, and then to see all those people just drop off. The income didn't explode because you hit 1 star, and it just wasn't. There was so much work with not much reward, and it felt just like treading water, dragging an anchor while you do it. It was exhausting, and I wasn't bringing me that joy anymore, and it was comfortable. I think I got really comfortable doing what I did, and it wasn't like I wasn't finding joy in the challenge and the push anymore. It just wasn't. I was sick of being in people's inboxes, which is why I came to you because I was like, I'm so sick of these freaking hey girl, you're striving on the last day of the month to hit Success Club. You're buying freaking challenge packs under your son's name and like, please don't get caught. Like it was just such
So many things. Oh
bullshit.
my, sending people money to order for you, the things
Ugh,
that
ugh. It
people
just
have done, and then you realize, like, what was I actually doing it for? It's like when you make an
yes.
impulse purchase and you're like,
So I could get a
why?
photo op at the Success Club trip that I spent a fortune to fly to. Like it's just it was fun and it gave me a lot. I was very isolated in my because my son got diagnosed. We started therapies and he's really hard to be outside of the house. So it did give me a lot of tools. And I look back and I am thankful for what I learned there and what I gained because I did lose weight. I did learn how to be a healthier version of myself. I got a community and I spoke to adults and I made a difference in other people's lives. And I learned
Mhm.
how to get on camera and sell and talk on Instagram. I remember there wasn't even stories. We had to post like 3 to 5 posts a day on our feed of like shaky, shake cup, like it was so cringe, but we did it. And then I remember being so scared of like video and I just did it. And it's all prepped me for the skills that I have today. So I don't hate it. I just like I think I stuck around a little too long, not moving into the next direction, but God's timing.
True, true. And I think too, like so many people are still like, "Ah, like, thank you, Beachbody, this. But it's like, no, thank you, you. Like, you're the one that did the work. Like, yeah, that was a portion of the vehicle. But I think honestly, we give too much credit to these entities for what we actually built, like what you did. Because
Yeah.
they didn't do
I
the
think
video, you
it
did the
brings it
video.
and it makes it okay in our mind to push it if we say like what a life-changing opportunity this is and we sell ourselves on this dream of what this is we're selling so that we could sell it to others and not feel icky, but it's really, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But it's like, that's
When
one
you
of the
step
things.
back a little bit from it, you see it and you're like, "Oh God, that
Yeah.
was
And I think a lot of people also, I think, just like harbor maybe some like guilt or shame for how much time they spent in it. But it's like that. And I think they kind of try to normalize that by like making it like, thank you to that corporate entity. And it
yeah,
almost like, but I'm like, like, no, like it really is like, it was what it was because of you. And I think we
yeah."
don't take enough credit. And so
Well, and it
you,
put so much pressure on me to get results on the programs, to lose weight, to eat a certain way. And I became almost in an unhealthy way because I would work so hard for those after pictures. And then as soon as the after pictures, I would binge my ass off. I would get drunk. Actually, fun fact, I would get drunk the night before my pictures because I would be super dehydrated and sucked up for the after pictures.
I didn't even know that that was something that one would like think about. And I know
Oh,
that
I
people
didn't. I just
became
knew that after a
so
night of drinking, the
calculated.
scale was always down. So I was
That
like,
is
fuck.
fascinating. And it's interesting the things, right? And then you realize like how would you relate your relationship with like fitness and wellness in your body now that like your body isn't your business?
It's such a it's so much healthier. I have just I'm better now. I actually enjoy the workouts. I pick a workout that I want. If I don't want to finish a program and it's not finding joy, I don't force myself. I'm like, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do this. Oh, I haven't worked out this week. Oh my God. I'm nothing's like the sky is not going to freaking
Nothing's
fall. Like I thought that the world would look down on me and never buy from me again if I missed a workout Instagram story a day. Like it was so much pressure on myself, and that's not the way that health and the health esteem that
And nobody, like honestly, no one gives up. I don't, I to find
No.
post social
I
media.
mean,
No one gives
I
up
still,
if you work
people are like,
out.
oh,
Like no
you
one cares.
inspire me. Oh, you're making me want to work out. I'm like, that's cool. I'm glad that I'm that, and I still enjoy that. Like, I still share my workouts because it's part of who I am, and I enjoy it. But
Yeah.
the pressure and the weight of it all is off, and it's so much better.
Right. And the thing that just kills me, I don't know if you know this. This is like some brand new info. As we know, what was it like a year ago? They were all anti GLP-1s are the
Oh my
enemy.
God, I
Now it's
know.
GLP-1 workout. It gets better. Now they're partnered with a company. They're going to be selling the meds.
Shut up.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's
It was
funny.
just revealed.
So
The,
I'm
the
trying to
people
get over the
on
fact.
Reddit know everything, and it's because it's mostly people on the inside under anonymous names.
I'm actually
Brilliant.
I'm in week 1 of the GLP-1 workout. I was making fun of it so hard, but I'm like, oh, let me try it. I like it that it's 20 minutes and it's not high impact. So I'm like, yeah, this is because and it took me a long time. I was such a hater of GLP-1. My like family members were on it and I'm working my ass off. I'm eating right. I all of a sudden I hit 40 and my body's not reacting the same way. So I finally got on that stuff and I still haven't come out of the closet yet. I need to do that, but I don't know. I
Honestly,
tell people
yeah,
just not like on my Instagram yet, but
yeah.
I've partnered with a company to do like some content for them and I got free product, but I was on it before that and I'm like, I've lost 30 pounds. I feel amazing. I look amazing. I don't have to work my ass off every day. And I'm like, I don't want to work out. I'm still getting skinny. I
You
need to
know,
get that balance, but
yeah, yeah. And that's there's so much like misconceptions on it and I'm always when people make an educated decision, I always tell people my biggest thing is go into it expecting the negative and if you do the calculated risk and it still feels good to you, then do it. But
and
rather
it's
than
still about a healthy
yeah,
life. Like, yes, you could take a shot and like not eat and lose drastic amount of weight, but then also lose your hair, lose all muscle mass, and be like, oh. So I've really gone very slow with the dosage. I want to do the weight loss slow. I'm eating even if I don't want to eat because I'm making sure I'm hitting the protein. I'm trying to keep working out and doing muscle mass building so that I don't lose my butt. I really like my butt. Like I don't.
right? And that's like a huge thing too. And I love that you said that you like got to partner with a company too. And so with like moving into the brand like partnership stuff,
Yeah.
when
So
did you
that I
really start
started
digging
in
into that?
August. August is when I joined your program, Show Me Your Selfie. And I loved it, but I was so scared. I would only do the jobs that were selfie product, 15 bucks, $5. Like, and I was so afraid to charge for a video that I felt that I wasn't able to deliver on. Like I had this total self-doubt in myself. I was like, I don't know how to edit a video. I was so scared of CapCut. Now I zoom around the thing like it's my second home. And I just had to get over myself and do that first one. And I was like, oh, that was an easy $100 for a freaking 30-second video. What the heck? This is awesome. Like, do you know how hard I worked for $100 in Beachbody and then had to coach them for the rest of the year and deal with
No,
their
not for the rest of
bullshit?
the year, for the rest of your
For
life.
the
But
rest
like,
of their life. If they never paid for anything again, they're in the group. And
God,
they're all Mount Vesuvius. That's what my husband's like. Oh my God, these people. I was like, I know. Like, it's so draining. And so this is just me, myself, and I on my own little island. Just I get to control how much I want to do, what I want to do, how much I want to charge, how much money I want to make. I mean, if I wanted to make more, I could and only do that in my life and not have balance. But I do have a special needs son. I do have a life and I don't want to like completely just lose it all and just go like obsession of this. Like I do try to have that work life balance and I'm really loving this though. I'm having so much fun. So I started on Join Brands and then I was like, I was so anti TikTok. I don't know why. I was just like, TikTok's China spies. Like, I don't know. I was like, I don't want who buys on TikTok? There's Amazon. So then I was just like, okay, let me look because I was seeing all these jobs on Join Brands. Once I went to the video aspect, I wanted to get certified. for more opportunities. And so I went to TikTok and I had 250 followers just from like when I first opened a TikTok, and I hadn't posted since like 2020. And I was like, okay, let me start. And you're like, yeah, I need to post 5 videos a day to really
Yeah.
start building. I was like, what the hell? What kind of content? And I'm like, okay, goats, milking. Like I have all my stuff. And I like
Rip
mined
through
my
your camera
Instagram.
roll. We have so
Yes,
much on our
I
camera
know.
roll. Everyone, guaranteed.
So I did this video. So that was in November, like the beginning of November, I started posting on TikTok. And then November like 17th, I posted a video of putting my damn 87-year-old tortoise Peter away for brumation for the winter. And it's an 18-second video of me boxing him up and putting him in the closet and saying, "See you in the spring." Like it was, I didn't even wear a bra. I didn't brush my hair. It was like in the morning, I think, like, yeah. And so it went viral and it's at 8.1 million views. I got like 7,000 followers from that video, which automatically got me into TikTok shop. And so my first video in TikTok shop was December 1st. And I started making sales because I had a shirt that I got my husband for Christmas that I bought. It wasn't even a free sample. It was a shirt I bought him. That went viral and I sold like over 100 of those shirts.
That's
And
crazy.
it was an Ariat shirt, a fake Ariat shirt for like 13 bucks. I sold 3 of them today. I'm still selling those from that video in
Isn't it?
December.
And that is the key. Like that's the key. When did you post that video, would you say?
December 17th,
So
18th, something like that.
December, you posted that video. It is now mid-March, and you are still making money on that video, and you do nothing with that video. You don't have to post it, promote it, link it
I
anywhere.
know. I made another
You don't
video
have to
on it.
talk to people about it and convince them to buy this effing shirt. It's just there and they buy it either through your video or not. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. And then so I ended up doing 1.2 thousand in GMV my first month of December, which I'm like, that's pretty good. I made like
that is
200 bucks, a little over 200 bucks. And then January went down a little bit, but I still did pretty decent. February, I had a camera, like a security camera that went viral, this video. It's at like over 100,000 views, and I sell those every day. So I made over $1,000 in February. So I was like, this is awesome. So now I'm getting all the sample requests though and approved for them, and the samples are better. And now I'm like 5 packages a day in my freaking delivery. It's becoming, I'm like, I need
it's
to
called
order
sample. It's
more
called sample,
shelving.
sample hell. And you get to be more choosy. But that is where you get to kind of think about the strategy of it and like having those couple of things that you hone in on because people are like, how do you get this to not take over your life? Because yeah, some people want to be professional TikTok shop affiliates and like cool for them, but some people are like, I want to do more. So how do I make it like a part of what I do, but not take up the entirety of the time I
Yeah.
have to work it? And that's
So
just
I'm
like, yeah,
finally slowing down and getting like
yeah,
a burnout of the samples because it's fun getting free stuff. I got a lot
of
of great,
course.
like my skin has never been better. My hair's never been better. I got all the supplements. Like I
Yes.
am set. So I'm like, ooh, let me see it. I need a new multivitamin. What do I got?
Yes, literally. It's like, let me shop from things that brands want to send me for free. And again, you just started this a couple months ago using the experience that you've built up for years. And it's like, holy crap. And
So
then,
now what's cool is that now that
yeah.
my GMV is higher, like I'm at 6 something for the last 30 days, like 6K. So I'm now open. It's because sellers can see that on the back end.
Hmm.
Brands can see what that I've proven that I can sell. So now I'm starting to get emails of paid collaborations, of, opportunities are starting to open. And you are teaching me how to have belief in myself in that it is not an opportunity for me, it's an opportunity for them to work with me, which is the mindset I'm switching to. I'm like, wait, hold on. No, I'm not just going to do this just for a commission. Like, I want some money up front. I'm going to like if I really like a product, learn how to reach out and say, "Hey, I love this. I'd love to collaborate with you. Do you have a budget for at like really learn that aspect." And I'm going to learn that from you. And that's where my head is now. I love TikTok. I'll still be there. I'm still posting. I try to do about 3 videos a day. Or
That's a good
five.
frequency. Yeah.
3 to 5 is like where I'm at. And it's fun and I'm doing all the things and I'm getting fun samples. And now I keep getting these coupons too where you can just shop like $150. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Do they just are they just pop-ups? Because I feel like I haven't seen one of those in a hot minute, but I'm probably not even
I just
checking.
got another one today and I did not open it. I was like, no, Donna, don't go shopping. I didn't let myself. But
Because
I
then you
keep
got to make
getting
content on it. Yeah.
exactly. So I don't know. I'm having fun, but I'm seeing the shift of like, okay, now it's time. Instead of just, I was throwing things at a wall and just, and that is a lot of what TikTok Shop is. You're just
When you're
the
getting in.
algorithm. It's like a lottery. Like, oh, like the ones that have gone viral don't even make sense to me. Like the one about the security cam, it wasn't even the original video. It was a reply on one of the videos about the camera not having a subscription. And I was just like, oh no, there's no subscription fee. And it just like took off and it's in the FYP. So you're just waiting for something to get picked up by the FYP. There's no, I don't think there's a rhyme or reason. They're just freaking, it's
People will try to tell you that there's this like super secret ultra strategy, and there really isn't. It really comes down to grabbing people's attention, the ability to focus on the reasons why they buy in the video, which
yeah.
you can learn and then duplicate. I wouldn't quite say it's anything super
No, I
awesome to
definitely
learn.
think there's a
And then
skill set to
and then product
creating a
selection.
video. Yeah,
Product
and product
selection. Yeah.
selection. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that really and like anyone can do that truly. Like anyone can learn the things you have to learn. But then of course another piece that a lot of people will not follow through on is you can't let when it's slow or if it's slow at the beginning be the reason you stop. That's what kills 90 something percent of people's
Especially
chances.
because what you're doing today might not even get picked up for months. And then I'm like, I have these ski goggles and like ski gloves that I got my son. They pop up all the time. And I'm like, and all I did is like me, I'm like, I'm ready for the snow. Like so like some stupid thing. It was my first week creating videos. I was just being so cringy and funny. Like it was just, and they still, so you never know what you're doing today might not see anything. And then all of a sudden it's like residual, just pop, pop,
Yep,
pop. And
just
I'm like,
boom.
thank you.
$5
It's
here,
free money.
$10 here, boom.
Yeah.
It's so true. And it'll be an old video, it'll be a video that's never had a sale. And that is such a huge piece. And what I love too, Donna, is like what you're doing now, it fits into life because you've been also going through the past couple months. You've made a lot of changes for yourself that I'm sure hasn't been easy. I'm sure hasn't
Yeah.
been easy.
No, it's been another like James moment in my life, just a total pendulum shift of me, what I'm going through. My marriage almost just exploded. And in order to save it, we had to make changes. And we decided that alcohol could no longer be a part of our life because as a special needs mom and a health coach, like I was living such a like double life for so long. Drinking became my coping mechanism and tool. And your girl can drink. And I was like, I'm not a lightweight. I don't drink a glass of wine. I drink 2 bottles of wine. Like it's just, and it was starting to ramp up and it was creating issues in our lives. So August 23rd is my sobriety date. I've not drank since that day, and my husband has not. We both decided if our marriage was going to last, have any chance at all, it could not have alcohol in it. So we both did therapy. I'm doing therapy. We're doing, a program for sobriety. And so there's a lot of time spent in those arenas of my life right now. Um, I've had to lose friends, but I made some new friends and just really, you see when you stop drinking, there's a whole avenue of people that you used to hang out with you're not fun anymore. So, and that's like a sad aspect, but then you realize, well, maybe they weren't the people I needed to be around anyways. They were just my drinking pals. So,
Right.
that has been incredibly hard but empowering because I started this right at the same time. Like August
Yeah.
is when my world exploded. And August, like it was in the middle of the lights, camera action that I
Hmm.
like said, I can't do this one right now. I had to go away for a little bit, like go up to my
Hmm.
friend's house up north. And I was like, I'm going on vacation. I'll be back. Luckily, it's on Telegram. I will catch up on it. But just so you know, I'm MIA. And so for me, it seems like whenever life is exploding around me, I latch on to what I can control, which is goals in my business. And I push to have some semblance of like, I'm okay. Like I get out of your head. The world, the sky is not falling. Like it's a positive outlet for me to have something to push forward to in the chaos.
I love that you said like get out of your head too, because that's such a huge piece. People spend so much time planning to do something, thinking about doing something that I'm like, you took way more mental bandwidth than it would have taken you to just do it.
It's like
And
a
that's,
workout. Like
yeah.
you spend so much more energy in making like feeling guilty and saying, I need to work out. Oh, I should work out. I didn't work out. Just go freaking work out and you're done in 30 minutes. That's what I would tell people. I'm like, you've wasted so much more energy. And it's just like that in business. Like you just like I waited a long time. I always thought I'm like I need, when you were talking about having your own course and I
Mhm.
dragged I'm like I need my own course. And that just wasn't my avenue. I realized that wasn't where my I was supposed to be. Like but I was open to it. I had like thought about it. I prayed about it, but I just wasn't feeling drawn to it. I especially after coming out of Beachbody, dragging people, like coaching people, I was kind of sick of people like like of helping people. I
I get it.
it was it takes a lot of bandwidth out of you to like pour into other people. And I have like my special needs son takes a lot out of me as well. And it was just I was empty and I needed to fill myself up and just do for me. So that's what this was so perfect because it's on my time. I am in control of it. I'm going to succeed as much as I pour into it. And as much as I believe in myself, as I know that there's no limit. Like I see these people succeeding. I have every skill set to succeed. I just have to get out of my own damn way and be willing to take action through fear to continue to grow. And I'm going to keep doing that in this until I get called and maybe I'll be like, now it's time to teach people how to do what this and like and maybe I'll have that fire and I'll go that direction. But right now
Yeah.
I'm honing in on this new skill set. I'm finding joy in it. I'm so excited by it. I geek out by it. My son, who's 13, my oldest son, thinks it is the coolest thing ever. That I'm like, he's like, Mom, this is really cool. Like, how much did you make last month? And then you get all this free stuff that we use. Like,
Oh,
I'm the
Charlie.
coolest
Yeah.
person ever right now to him. I'm like, yeah, like, it's cool. It's fun. And that's important is to have fun. Like, and no, it's not always going to be fun. If your goals, some days you're just not going to feel like it. And you still have to push through. But in the big picture, it's giving you joy. It's pushing you to what you want. And having that in your head so that you show up even on the days that you don't feel like it and not giving up. Just move
Yeah.
forward, even if it's not to full capacity, that maybe you didn't get as much done as you originally planned, and give yourself grace about that. But don't like, I suck. I'm done. This isn't for me. This is too hard. Like, and then you're never going to get where you want to win because you never push through.
So true. What would you say to someone who is sitting, what you said at the beginning, that like comfortable place in network marketing, but they're really not happy. They're trying to convince themselves they are. They're not making money and they're seeing this and they're like, could my skills really transfer over?
Yeah, you are not a part of a family and a community, and you don't owe these companies anything. Like you have this place that like, oh, this is where I'm at, and I'm making this, and this has changed my life. No, you are pushing this. You're doing the work. You are the story. It is not the product. And you could do this on other avenues and make so much more and not because in a blink of an eye, just like Beachbody or Monat or Rodent and Phil, like they could be gone and just go more affiliate because this avenue is growing. So you either can stay comfortable and your paycheck get my paycheck was going down each month, but I was like, nah, at least it's something. At least it's not zero. But if you really want to continue to grow and earn money, because obviously you have an entrepreneurial spirit, if you've gotten to a place in MLM that you, at some point in your mind, you're like, I can do this. I'm going to retire my husband.
God, that is a whole new thing I need to go on a rampage on because if I'm old school thinking and anything, God, it's that.
Take the balls back from like your take them back and control your own destiny. Like honestly, stop. I mean, we tie into these companies and think that like, oh, and they make these decisions that you have no control over. So it's not your business. Nothing is really your own business. You're not self-employed. You are brand employed by this company for this. And then it was awesome because you couldn't even have the option to work with other brands and do other things because they were like, you will be kicked out and lose your family.
Lose your family. God. As you said, you learn a lot who your friends are. And then what would you say are your like top tips for people who are looking at something like this, but they're worried because they don't have a lot of time or bandwidth, and they're like, oh, I'm afraid I'm too busy.
Okay. I hate this one. Well, I mean, I love this one, but like
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
get this in all avenues of
You
life,
do.
working out. I mean, eating a salad, like eating better. I'm too busy. I don't have time. No, it's you don't want it enough. You're not being honest with yourself. You really need to sit down and understand what you want, look at your priorities. How much time are you scrolling Facebook? I see you watching all my stories, so you're like freaking on the social media like all day. You're up to date on all your Netflix. Like what? And not to say that you can't. I'm on there too. I watch my shows. I've just read since my birthday's February 12th. I've read 6 books. Like my laundry's a little bit behind, but I'm really in
Yeah,
sucked
yeah,
in.
yeah.
But it's really just balancing your time and being productive with the time and not like sitting there and like I'm gonna make a video and then an hour later you're researching the product to make the video and you still haven't done the video and then and you're just getting like you're just spinning thinking are you really working, are you really doing the actual steps to be doing what you said you were going to do, or you're just doing busy things to make yourself busy. And I think that kind of leaks out into the rest of your stuff. Like I it's just for me, I have so much going on and so many plates in the air all the time. And yes, maybe my superpower is multitasking extraordinaire, but just to be able to be like, oh, I like before getting ready for this, I made 2 videos. I did one on a face cream and I did one for the light stand I was using. Like, didn't take any extra time. And then what the 5 minutes that I was like, oh, I'm about to get on the Zoom, I edited those 2 videos and now they're in drafts. Like you
See,
it really doesn't have, and no one wants you to be like a supermodel. You don't have to go into hair and makeup before every video. It's called Facetune. Like
right. If you really need it to be, right? 100%.
so I think that it really look at yourself and do an inventory on, are you really busy? And some people are. Some people they don't have things. Maybe they're going to school and they also work full time and they also have like all these other things, and maybe it would just be too much and maybe it's not the right time for you. Or pray about it, in my opinion, and see which direction you need to go. Maybe you need to let some of the stuff off. Maybe you're wasting time in other areas. Maybe instead of partying at night so that you're groggy in the morning, you feel refreshed and you get shit done at night instead. Like there's things that you can replace, but you have to be willing to be honest with yourself, or not, and not say that you're just busy. Just say that you don't want it bad enough.
Yeah. I mean, that really is the truth. And I think a lot of people, I think this is going to be the year of some of that brutal honesty.
I mean, at some point we have to, right? Like own it.
We do.
Are you going to keep being a victim? Or are you going to like get out of the victim mentality and start creating change in the life that you want to see? Because you can't just keep dreaming and hoping about it. You have to take action in order to make things happen. Or else,
True.
and a year from now, you're going to be exactly where you are today, if not just a couple $100 less, because you've lost more control and more oomph, and people have fallen off your team, and I don't even know. Like,
It is wild, but at least you guys know when you're looking to jump into the unknown, you've got people like us who are here with you. So this whole
and I will say
misconception
that
of
the,
not having
if we're
community.
wrapping up, I gotta
Yeah.
say, having you in my corner has been a huge tool for me because I can find myself overthinking sometimes, or like questioning if I'm doing this right, and kind of get what's it, analysis paralysis. And so to have you as a mentor that I have invested in you to have in my corner, because I think that you are worth it. And you are always, I mean, since 2018, I've been your biggest fan. I support you. I love you because you support me and you see more in me than I even see before I see it. And you pour that into me. And I just, I love you and think the world of you. And I think being able to have somebody that is doing it ahead of you and doing it currently, like, and showing you exactly how it's done. And then, like, oh, this new app came out. I'm going to go try this. And then next month, I'm going to teach you guys how to do it and what I'm doing because let's go. Like, I think that is just so powerful in your authenticity and just transparency of how you coach is that you're in the trenches with us, but you're a step ahead. And that's all coaching really is. You're just a couple
Mhm.
steps ahead and you're teaching the people behind you and you're just so good at it. And it does give you this belief in yourself that, like, all right, let's go. Like, fuck no, I'm not going to do 3 videos for $100. I just asked you $100 per video. We're going to the negotiation table because
Yes.
Kayla said I can. Like, it just gives you this power to have someone behind you, like, no, they're trying to screw you. Like, that you can ask, like, oh, what about this verbiage? What does this mean? And you're there for me to walk through there. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure people could get into this and wing it and figure it out. Everything's figure outable. That's my motto. I'm determined, Donna. You can figure it out. But it also is so empowering to have someone like you and invest because there is power in investment and putting some money in it so that you show up differently. At least I know I do. You make yourself do the things to recoup the money and, like, okay, I didn't just waste all that money. Like, I'm going to take action. And so having Kayla has been game changing in my life. And I always talk huge about you to all the people. They're like, how do you do it? Will
Thank
you teach me
you.
how to do it? I'm like, here's Kayla's link. Because my mom's like, I want to do TikTok shop. Will you teach me? I was like, Mom, I will kill you. She's like, you just don't want me to oversell you. I was like, Mom, I would love if you would oversell me, but you don't even know how to make like a slideshow for my birthday. I'm all here. You can be Kayla's problem.
I love it, man. Parents. And yes, yes. So I will have in the little description, I'll have Donna's links and the links to the program she's talking about and all the good stuff. So definitely go and follow Donna. She's on Instagram, TikTok, all the places.
Determined
And
Donna, pretty
Determined
much
Donna.
everywhere.
Determined Donna. I love it. Consistency. But thank you
Yep.
so much for hanging out, Donna. You are awesome.
I love you.
I love you right back, dude.